So my name is Remi Graves. I work in the education department of the Photographers Gallery, and you're about to see a teen tour. So a teen tour is a project where we invite young people into the space to look at the exhibitions we've got on display and then work together with me on coming up with their own tour of the exhibition, their own perspectives on it. So it's a really great opportunity for a young person to explore the gallery, but it's also really great for you to get an insight into the exhibition from a different perspective. Often we have people who've not come to the gallery before, and so getting a perspective from a young person is a nice way for you to have another way into the art. So I've been working with Eyshe for the last 6 weeks, and she's going to present her tour on this exhibition called How to Win at Photography. I'm going to pass over to her.
Um, Hi, my name is Eyshe Ali, and I've been working along with Teen Tours Remi to give my insight onto the exhibition How to Win at Photography and Image Making. Oh, How to Win at Photography and Image Making at Play. Over the last 6 weeks, I've been working and inspired by artists such as Ed Ruscha, Lorna Ruth Galloway, and Joan Pambuke to change the perspective and give this tour a playful and unique aspect, combining both modern and retro perspectives and expressions of visual gaming demonstrated within these very 5 floors. I really enjoyed this journey, and I would appreciate if you guys could also keep an open mind and maybe experience this tour in a different way other than just the visual. So, firstly, I'd like to focus on the Joan Pambuke's video game color fields. So, at first glance, these may just look like color fields. These may just look like the color fields, the just plain color blocks. But I want to know what actually does this, what reaches out to you about these? What do they make you feel, maybe give you a sense of? Anyone? They're bold, just bold colors. Do they maybe give you a sense of anything? Okay. These are not just plain colors, they're actually taken from quite violent games such as Grand Theft Auto, Metal Gear, yeah, Metal Gear and Killzone. Quite violent games, and without these aspects of such violence, maybe manly, you could say, brutality, they are quite literally plain pieces that make a statement of how to stand against the masculine violence put against this society. And Joan has feminized these with the use of soft colors, kind of showing the gradient from the light to the dark of each of these images. And yeah, the question I want to ask is, does violence always need to be present in order to portray the real world? Or do these images say enough to tell you about the game? Okay. So I would like to move on to playing the sound aspect of this tour to maybe show you a different way to experience one of these pieces in this very room. And yeah. So at first look around, which sound would you maybe link to the green? Or you may actually be missing the quite obvious pieces in the middle. Nature green. Um, it's actually not the green pieces. The piece that actually calls out to me is the Justin Berry piece over here, which at first glance may seem like a painting or real life photograph, when it's actually taken from the game Call of Duty and Medal of Honor. And these screen grabs are, in my opinion, quite still photographs of life, but the hyperrealism seen in this one is not a photograph, as you can say. As you can see, the little rocks here are given so much detail, you can actually be like, okay, how does this represent real life? But with the sense of serenity and maybe calmness, the stillness of this image captured all in one, the bird's eye view, you can see everything in it. It kind of makes you think, okay, is reality really as peaceful as this perspective we've been given into our real world into our real world representation? Um, in this one, I feel like there's an almost catalytic sense in which we're waiting for something to happen. If you can see closer here, there's a little car almost driving up the road, but the use of color as well, where it's quite dark at the bottom and quite light at the top. We're almost moving along with the photo. Here we're kind of going up towards maybe a light piece. Where else are we going? A different level, maybe somewhere, a new level. Maybe there's something more to this. It kind of gives you the question of, is this game really paused? Or is there something more? Is there something before that happened? Is this really a game? It looks so realistic. Just kind of blurs the line between real world and the gaming virtual world. So I would like to move on to the next room. So in this room, you can see it's quite technology focused. Actually, I really dislike this room. Like, I'm a hater, but this room, I dislike it so much. It's my least favorite. Mainly because of the least obvious piece over here by Emma Agnes Sheffer, in which you can see that she has collected pieces underneath a hashtag and put them all together. They may look alike, but they're all different, as you may think, because these people have objectified humanity and put it underneath a hashtag to make it seem like we're all different, we're all unique, but really and truly put together, we're nothing more than following the same trends. And I dislike it because, ironically, she's posted them on Instagram. She's got the likes, she's making the snarky comments, she's getting the reposts and relikes, kind of arguing against, contradicting herself, really, and just looking quite silly in my eyes. But she's trying to make a statement and kind of feeding into the statement again, going back into what she stands against. Kind of like this one over here by John Huey, trying to make a statement of how social media, how we embody social media, but in true reality, it embodies us. The following on her tongue, you can see that she's being fed the likes, the follows, everything. Things that are actually going into her, places of importance to you. Her brain is filled with the tweets focusing on things that may not be as important in real life, however, they're imprinted on her as they are in the social world. Here you can also see the belly button one, and the caption is "Connect with me." Some, you must know that the belly button is the umbilical cord connected to your mother, right? So the statement here is trying to be connected as humanely possible to the social media, but you can't really be connected socially. You're really just making a statement that kind of makes you laugh because the comments here are saying, "I will connect, we are connected." They're not really connected. You're all just on the same platform, playing against the trend or the piece you're trying to put out. You're just, again, feeding into it. All of this room contradicts what they're trying to stand against. And this fake consciousness that people are trying to stand against is really just affecting them themselves. As you can see, she's become focused. She looks dead in the eyes, just really drained out because of how much of social media has actually been imprinted on her and affects her. But let's move on to this one. By Carol Lee Voglier, you can see how the expressions she's making may make you feel a bit uncomfortable, a bit confused as to what's going on, but she's actually trying to trick the computer in the expressions she's portraying to maybe throw off the computer and guessing human expressions. But to us, the actual humans, it looks weird because the computer has learned so much about us. We've now been programmed to see things normally through their eyes too. So as you can see, she's making these really weird expressions, and the computer is measuring actually how much emotion she's feeling through these expressions. But in reality, aren't we the ones making the computers? we're making them touch on our emotions. We're giving them the humanity. We're trying to escape from them, yet we're the ones who created it. So let's move on to downstairs, in which we will go on to my favorite piece. Is everyone here? So in this one, I would like you to maybe look around the room first and experience it in a different way. So I'm gonna pass a smell. Now you're gonna ask, like, how can I pass? I'm gonna pass a smell around. And I would just like you all to take a sniff. This is completely optional because it is quite strong, but I would like you all to take a sniff maybe, and maybe look around the room and see which one the smell may resonate with you. So I'm gonna start like this way, if you want. It's just because it's completely strong. And think about, what does it remind you of? Does anyone have any particular piece? Oh, damn, I wasn't. Okay. Um, this is actually my favorite piece out of the whole collection. And this is a reenactment of this piece here. Now, it may just look like a book, which technically is the statement he's trying to put out. It is a collection of 26 gasoline stations taken by Ed Ruscha to capture the bland and subjectivity of human life, how we all may take unique looks at things such as gas stations. Maybe people visit these every single day. Everyone has a different gas station in their town. But he's put them together to show how alike we all really are, how bland, still, black and white, and simple we all really are. It just kind of makes a statement. 26 gas stations, great. But I've taken the smell, not for this purpose, but actually for the recreation here by Lorna Ruth Galloway, who's taken these gas stations from the game GTA. And at first glance, they may look old, but that's the expression she's trying to put out. She's created this reality, again, by taking charcoal screen prints and putting them alongside. Maybe you can see the different dispersions of charcoal, giving these gasoline stations a sense of life. They've been blown up and given different shading to maybe show you that no matter what angle you look at it, maybe these ones are different, rather than the ones put together in a boring book, wow, a book for the gasoline stations. These ones make a statement. What gasoline stations make significance to you? But these are gaming ones. These ones are maybe places of significance in the game, maybe stop points of you to start up, get ready to move on to the next level. It gives you the sense of separation from the Sonder one that Ed Ruscha may focus on here. The Sonder feeling is feeling like everyone's actually different. Put together in the book, they've literally envisioned the Sonder emotion within everyone. She has restaged the way they are actually put together as well to show you that it doesn't always have to be as bland and still as human life is portrayed. And with that, in my opinion, the exhibition How to Win at Photography and Image Making at Play has been a journey. From the first pieces by Justin Berry and um, John Pambuke down to the Lorna Ruth Galloway recreations, and in between, the link between reality and the gaming world has been blurred to expose the harsh truth and pretending cannot be escaped, and we allow hold on. The harsh truth and reality cannot be escaped, even throughout the games that we create ourselves. And that poses the question to you: do we really switch off even after the game is over, or do we bring it into real world? Thank you for coming to the tour.